Hello and welcome back to the channel. I am Nox, and dear God, has it been a while since I last recorded. Um, Sorry about that. Didn't mean to disappear off the face of the earth for so long. But finally back, and we are here with Masinya. In the last episode, we were going to the Circle Tower looking for a mage called Niall, who had the Litany of Mandrala, which is a magical MacGuffin that can prevent blood magic possession. Before we ran into, I want to say, a Sloth Demon, and he said a bunch of creepy stuff, and now we are here in this Tevinter's ruin asset that is supposedly Weisshaupt. I will say, though it is just like the Tevinter ruins assets that you see everywhere else, I did think that before, but like there is actually some like detail put into Weisshaupt, particularly like they got their own roofing. I don't think I've seen that before. It's kind of beautiful. I wonder if there's like I might fiddle around later, get a good screenshot. I don't know, a good thumbnail. They are not interactable. Oh no, they are. Yeah.
Welcome, my friend. We fought the good fight and won. Rejoice!
I'm wrong. I can't interact with them. Only with that one, though. Interesting. Never done that before. What's up, Duncan?
Ah, there you are. I'm not disturbing you, am I?
I can't quite remember what I was doing. So, I'm gonna go that Masinya, because it's been so long, we're just gonna go that Masinya sort of has this time gap in her mind, like we do, because it's been so long since I last recorded this game. It's just flavorful. Just going with the lore.
I'm sure you were simply deep in thought. You've been at Weisshaupt for some time now. Do you like it here?
Yes, of course, it's a beautiful fortress.
It will stand as a testament to the time when the Grey Wardens were needed to fight the Darkspawn.
What do you mean? Don't we still have to fight? Actually, you speak as though the Darkspawn are no longer a problem.
The Darkspawn are gone, remember? You were there in the last great battle. It was a triumph for all of us, bringing down the Archdemon and setting the underground lairs ablaze.
Then what shall the Grey Wardens do?
The Grey Wardens shall be keepers of history. We shall tell tales and sing songs of a more tumultuous time, that others may rejoice in knowing that that time is past.
Yes, like Masinya, she had a bit of a cloudy mind before, but now she's like, sort of figuring out this is kind of not right, that something's off. Though we don't really know Duncan that much, from like the game perspective, he just sort of appears and then dies right afterwards. In lore, they have to go from Orzammar all the way to Ostagar, so I always imagine like, in the game, in lore-wise, story-wise, like, Masinya did know Duncan a bit better, because they had to travel all the way from Orzammar down to Ostagar, so the Duncan I know would never rest on his laurels.
The Duncan you know was a man forged in the fires of war. I am different now, at peace. I have learned to be tranquil.
That's a trigger word. That's, yeah. Tranquil. You mean sedated.
Foolish child. I have given you so much and you cast it back in my face. Can you not be content with the peace I offer?
The Darkspawn are not gone. To ignore them is irresponsible.
It seems only war and death will satisfy you. So be it. Have your war and your Darkspawn. May they be your doom.
Okay, time to fight Duncan. And those two losers. Okay. Just go on with the big mighty blow. That? God, fucking healer. Okay, let's get rid of you. Masenya's not messing around. That was brutal. Okay, I do find this funny. So, Masenya, I'm gonna hold this up. So I'm kind of like struggling with this fight, but hello. I do kind of find that funny because I was struggling with that fight. The first time I recorded this, because this is my second time recording this, the first recording got broken. That's so fun. I'll get into that later, but yeah, the first time I recorded this, I just breezed past these guys. Like, she one-shot all of them, which was a bit shocking. But yeah, with that done, this poor dude beheaded. I wonder if he can get the beheading animation with Duncan. I wonder if he has that in his code. Oh, we're gonna transport out of here.
Who are you? Where did you come from? Are you a demon? No, I see that you're not. You're like me. Congratulations on getting out of that trap.
Like, I feel like Masinya knows this is a trap, especially seeing as she doesn't dream or anything, and what just happened. Like, we're gonna assume that she's, at least, like, memories are coming back, and she's sort of remembering the whole Sloth Demon thing. I want to say it was a Sloth Demon that attacked us. I can't remember, though. So we're just gonna go straight to the point. Yes, what now?
This place drains you of everything. Hope, feeling, life.
We'll find a way out.
No, there is no way out of here. You think there might be, but you'd be wrong. You see that pedestal there? I've studied the runes on it. Runes that signify different islands of the Sloth Demon's domain. The Sloth Demon itself is on the center island, but you can't get there. The 5 islands around the center somehow form a protective ward. I thought I was getting somewhere when I figured that out, and I went to each island in turn only to have my hopes dashed. There's always an obstacle. You'll see the path but be unable to get to it, and it taunts you and drives you mad.
Well, fun. Tell me about the protective ward.
I don't know much. I think the Sloth Demon has placed lesser demons on each of the islands. I've seen them. They take different shapes, but they're there. Defeating them may be the only way to reach the Sloth Demon. But you have to get to them first. I couldn't. I was too afraid to try.
I feel like there's another option, but it's gone now. Don't know what that option was. You mentioned obstacles before.
Yes. Obstacles and mad dream things. A river of flame before a portal, or a door that shows you freedom through a keyhole that no key will fit. I once found a passageway smaller than my hand with a mouse going to and fro through it. The silly thing fled before I could question it.
Why would you talk to a mouse?
Because almost everyone here is a dreamer, except for the spirits and the demons, I suppose. Each dreamer may know things another may not. The mouse could have told me what lay beyond the tiny passage, or how to get there. Even how I might make myself small like him and crawl through myself. And if one could become small enough to take one path, perhaps there are similar ways to walk the others.
Could my companions be on one of the islands? Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know. There are many dreamers. You might find a way to reach them through the islands, if you're lucky.
I forgot how often the armor glitches through each other in this game. Wonder if that's just like a given, or if it's because I'm a dwarf or something, like certain build. I don't know. What do you know about the Sloth Demon?
Not much. You couldn't say we were friends, really. Demons have their own hierarchies. They play their own games, and mortals serve as pawns, perhaps even bargaining chips. The demon keeping us here probably rules this entire section of the Fade. It'll not let us go easily, if at all.
Then I guess I'll have to defeat this demon.
Off you go then. Save the world.
It's what I do.
Don't mind me then.
He's so fucking depressed. No, but like this is just another Tuesday for Masinya, honestly. Not really at this point, but like definitely later. I don't think I've ever noticed that before.
I just want to leave this place. Help!
Thank you, but too late for me. Kill Yevina, the demoness that rules here. She protects her master, Sloth. There's a door only demons can see. The key must be in another realm. Take my power. Save any others trapped in nightmares. Kill the demons that guard Sloth. Make my...
Wow. That's him. How was he bleeding? Like, he was fine just a minute ago. Did he just, like, seppuku himself? What the hell? Okay, well, we just got... Oh, yeah, so... This quest's gonna be fun. I'm gonna try to do it all in just this playthrough. We will see, however, if that is something I can do. We'll read that in a bit. I'm pretty sure there's some codex nearby. It's like a codex right up here, right? No? Oh. Oh, that's a view. But okay, also, I have, like... I know the rat died, but it's always been my headcanon that this is, if you've played the mage origin of Dragon Age, you'll meet a character called Mouse, who... I want to say he turns into a mouse as well, like, as his name implies, but it's been a while since I played through that. But I've always sort of taken that this is Mouse. We later discover at the end of that questline that he's actually a pride demon, who's attempting to take us over during our harrowing. But I've always taken that the rat that we met here is Mouse, and he's still here in the Fade, and he's using us as a tool to defeat the Sloth Demon. His name I cannot remember. I swear the Sloth Demon has an actual name. But that it's the same dude. I don't know if that makes sense. Eddie Knox will clarify, but like that's always been my headcanon. It's just a pride demon just fucking with the Sloth Demon, so that's why he's helping us. Oh yeah. And I can turn into a mouse. Okay. But you don't see us yet. So I'm gonna get real close. I also just noticed that I have a level up. Damn. I do not remember doing this much damage. Like the first time I played this. I want to see it's because the first time I didn't go back and get Euceris, which is the sword I currently have. Correct. Yeah, I want to see like I'm stronger because I have Euceris now. Last time I did. A disturbing statue. Yeah, I can see that. Okay, let's read up on the Fade, I suppose. But first, rat. What are you, mad? Even the most giant of rats isn't going to present that much of a problem to anyone larger than a cat. Even the stories in the archives that tell of the blight-touched rats still only attribute them with the ability to spread the plague. The rats themselves got no larger than perhaps 3 feet in length, covered in sharp, bony spikes and boils. Disturbing, certainly, but dangerous? This is no fantasy conjured by madmen, young man. You have much more important creatures to concern yourself with. Transcript of a lecture given by Nalia, Senior Enchanter of Hosberg, 844 Blessed. Note: she was later eaten by a blight rat in 846 Blessed. Truly, truly amazing. Though, come to think of it, I don't think we actually ever fight any rats. Like, unless you're a Kuzland, the human noble. I think that's the only time you actually fight rats in this game. Which is a crying shame, because blight-touch rats sound horrifying. Beyond the Veil, Spirits and Demons. It is challenging enough for the casual observer to tell the difference between the Fade and the creatures that live within it, let alone between one type of spirit and another. In truth, there is little that distinguishes them, even for the most astute mages, since spirits are not physical entities and are therefore not restricted to recognizable forms, or even have no form at all. One can never tell for certain what is alive and what is merely part of the scenery. It is therefore advisable for the inexperienced researcher to greet all objects he encounters. Typically, we misuse the term spirit to refer only to the benign, or at least less malevolent, creatures of the Fade, but in truth, all the denizens of the realm beyond the Veil are spirits. As a Chant of Light notes, everything with the... Gosh, my reading skills just went down the drain right there. As the Chant of Light notes, everything within the Fade is a mimicry of our world. A poor imitation, for the spirits do not remotely understand what they are copying. It is no surprise that much of the Fade appears like a manuscript translated from Devinter into Arlesian and back again by drunken initiates. Oh, so we're living in the Google Translate world. In general, spirits are not complex, or rather, they are not complex as we understand such things. Each one seizes upon a single facet of human experience: rage, hunger, compassion, hope, etc. This one idea becomes their identity. We classify as demons those spirits who identify themselves with darker human emotions and ideas. The most common and weakest form of demon one encounters in the Fade is the Rage Demon. They are much like perpetually boiling kettles, for they exist only to vent hatred, but rarely have an object to hate. Somewhat above these are the Hunger Demons, who do little but eat or attempt to eat everything they encounter, including other demons. This is rarely successful. I don't know if we actually ever encountered Hunger Demons. I know we've encountered Hunger Abominations, but I don't know if we've ever encountered a Hunger Demon. I'll have to check that. Then there are the Sloth Demons. These are the first intelligent creatures one typically finds in the Fade. They are dangerous only on those rare occasions that they can be induced to get up and do harm. Desire Demons are more clever and far more powerful, using all forms of bribery to induce mortals into their realms. Wealth, love, vengeance. Whatever lies closest to your heart. The most powerful demons yet encountered are the Pride Demons, perhaps because they, among all their kind, most resemble men. From Beyond the Veil, Spirits and Demons by Enchanter Mirkramel. Also, looking at this guy, so I've recently gotten to Winter Nights and been reading that. Because Dragon Age 4 is coming out. And like, looking at him now, he kind of is giving me a Hormak vibes. This statue, just slightly, which is interesting. Also, I'm pretty sure that is the Black City right there. I am pretty, 90% sure that's supposed to be the Black City. Wait. Oh, okay. So, for lore nerds like me, the whole Black City is supposed to be that you can see it no matter where you're looking. So we have Black City right there, Black City there, right there, high up there. Okay, that's fucking genius. Maybe I'm looking too far into that, but I think those are the Black Cities. And we also have level up to do. I just noticed that for the first time. So I'm pretty sure we're leveling up strength again. We're dumping all. I'm pretty sure that's just how Masinya works in general. It's just a full strength dump. Which is why she can barely hit anyone. Oh. I did not expect this. Okay. So, we can't get any of those skills, which is a bummer because I really want two-handed sweep. That ability is so great. Surely we don't take Berserk right now, do we? We do indeed. Okay. We are going Berserking. I just love the fact that Masinya becomes a Berserker while in the Fade, because if you play this quest line, you know how terrible this quest is. So it's just so fitting that this is when Masinya becomes a berserker. She's just raging through the Fade. I don't know why I keep doing. Did I miss my mighty blow? I think that's the first.
My word. Ah, there went the spell. I lost the spell. It didn't work.
It's kind of a bummer. I could have sworn that you could use lyrium stuff to increase your stamina.
No! How dare
I want to say her voice is sultry. The sultry voice lines for dwarves. I haven't used it on anyone else, but they're just A+. They're amazing. That was something.
Something happened, didn't it? You look a little different. What happened?
Honestly, I became a mouse. I don't know.
Did you? Did it help? I know I saw the tiny holes. Were you small enough to get through?
Yes, it was easy. Actually, I thought you'd given up. Why so excited now?
I don't know. You're so much braver than I am. I was so sure it was impossible to get anywhere. Do you think you could learn other shapes? Maybe they could help you get to places you couldn't otherwise.
Well, we're going to quick save, because in the first recording, so I mentioned that I already recorded this, re-recording. The first recording, every time I use the Fade pedestal, which you use a lot, it would crash the game. So, we're looking fine right now. Last time it was a glitchy mess. So maybe I fixed whatever was going on with Dragon Age Origins at the time. Since then, I don't know. But I believe the first place we're going is Burning Tower. I want to say this is where I go first always. I could be wrong. Okay, so we got a mouse hole right there. Let's go check that out. Okay, sweet. So, I know before, the first time I played this, so these things, they give you a +1 to cunning, and to skills. The first time I played this though, I managed to like, click them enough that it could get a bunch of skills. I don't know if I can still do that. When I recorded this the first time I couldn't, but...
Lovely, as you desire.
Nah. I don't think I can. I'm gonna see real quick. No. Okay. Kind of a bummer, because Masinya was extremely overpowered the first time. But that is an arcane horror. Is that an arcane horror? Oh no, because it has a shield. Who is this supposed to be? Because those are hounds, so it's giving Ferelden. Huh. Maybe a revenant? That doesn't make any sense. It could just be fancy art. I suppose we can just go as a rat. It is kind of safer. I don't know if the rat can open doors, though. Yeah. Makes more sense. Okay. put Berserker.
How dare you?
Ooh, very. And another time. I know there's actually like a stat there for when parries happen. Like, I think it's something about like if you dodge or something. I don't know. I always enjoy watching parries animations. Okay, so now we're in the Circle Chantry. Oh, 'cause it's the Burning Tower. I don't think I've ever noticed that this is supposed to be a replica of the Circle Tower until now. That is a nice shadow. That is a well-designed shadow. Okay. Anything of use in here? Doesn't look like it, so... Okay, can't go through there, so we gotta go through here.
Couldn't we all just get along? No? Well, all right. Away with you.
Can you do this? Nope. Can't.
Oh,
Okay,
I
hold on a
see.
second. There we go. It is the joy of having an all-strength
Of
build.
course.
You often just miss attacks. Okay, so that's locked, so up. Y'all are headless. And I want to say... Okay, so you're a mage. Maybe those are like Templar symbols? I don't know. And then we have the Black City. Okay, I did not notice the Black Cities last time I was... I don't think I've ever noticed Black Cities. Also, why is there a sun in the Fate? Is that ever elaborated on in the games? I don't feel like it is. It's a dog. Yeah. Okay, this is starting off great, aren't we? Okay. One down.
Well, if I must.
There we go. I don't remember it always disabling Berserk. I'm kind of annoyed that it does. Is that, like, in its description? No, it's not in its description. I don't know why it keeps disabling that.
Well, all right.
Oh, we're just okay. It's not Masinya's day. It really isn't. Okay. And then you. There we go. Definitely not Masinya's day. Nope, nope, nope. Back out. I suppose we are hitting better now that we don't have powerful swings on. It does add a penalty to hit. So does that make sense?
How dare you?
Also, I do apologize if the sound at any point is weird. All of my sound settings, because it's been so long since I last recorded, I don't remember what I'm doing. My mic also got messed up, so if sound is weird at all, apologies about that. Well, okay.
Anger. Bubbles. It burns.
Die!
Let's get rid of the Templar. Actually, let's get rid of the Burning Demon first. Okay, Masinya. There we go.
Well, if I must.
Logically, I think we should have just stayed on the Templar, but I was like, maybe if we kill the demon first, it'll do something. It did not. No. Okay. Masinya, come on.
The anger. Fading. I am free. Take Ragos' power. Use it and burn him. Burn them all. He guards Sloth. He bars the way. You must destroy the door. Other dreamers. Other powers. Only way.
Yeah, so we weren't supposed to be on fire during that cutscene. I'm pretty sure. I don't think. Oh, you're dead. Or yeah, he's dead. I don't really understand exactly why. Like, I don't know if he's dead just because like he's used up all of his energy in the Fade, or if him being dead has been him going back to the real world. I'm assuming he's dead, but I don't know. I did not bring my intelligence to this play session. Okay, I suppose we could just go around. Why not go to this one? I feel like I used to. Codex entry. Oh. The Veil. I detest this notion that the Veil is some manner of invisible curtain that separates the world of the living from the world of the spirits. Whether it be called the Fade or the Beyond is a matter of racial politics I refuse to indulge in at the moment. There's no this side and that side when it comes to the Veil. We cannot think of it as a physical thing, or a barrier, or even a shimmering wall of holy light. Thank you very much for that image, your perfection. Think of the Veil instead as opening one's eyes. Before you opened them, you saw our world as you see it now, static, solid, unchanging. Now that they are open, you see our world as the spirits see it, chaotic, ever-changing, a realm where the imagined and the remembered have as much substance as that which is real. More, in fact. The spirit sees everything as defined by will and memory, and this is why they are so very lost when they cross the Veil. In our world, the imagination has no substance. Objects exist independently of how we remember them, or what emotions we associate them with. Mages alone possess the power to change the world with their minds, perhaps this forms the nature of a demon's attraction to them. Who can say? Regardless, the act of passing through the Veil is much more about changing one's perceptions than a physical transition. The Veil is an idea, it is the act of transition itself, and it is only the fact that both living beings and spirits find this transition difficult that gives the Veil any credence as a physical barrier at all. From a dissertation on the Fade as a physical manifestation by Marino, Senior Enchanter of the Minrathous Circle of Magi, 655 Steel. Interesting. His whole thing about opening eyes, it reminded me of in Inquisition, your companion Solus. He can mention that seeing the world as it is now, with the whole Veil up, is kind of like seeing the world as a Tranquil, compared to the world before the Veil existed. Technically, I think that counts as like a spoiler, but if you're playing this, I'm assuming you've done it before, or like, it's not that big of a spoiler, so. Where are we? Mage Asunder. So we're still in the tower. This is still a dream version of the tower. Let's go through this door first. Oh yeah, but before I was mentioning, so the last time I recorded, I I forgot that the bookshelves could be interacted with. So last time I recorded this, most of the footage was alright. Like there's a lot of the game breaking and me having to restart it, but besides that, like it was mostly alright for the most part. Except they messed up like one scene, and I'll tell you where that scene is. But it was kind of major for Masinya's story, so that's why I'm re-recording it. Also, like everything I talked about was back in December, so it's relevant to December, but it's been 2 months since then. So yeah, I felt like it would be good to re-record it and give a better update on like what's happening with the channel and why they haven't loaded recently. Well, let me just kill these guys first. Oh my god. Let's take a pulse just about
Now
that.
could have gone so much better.
Yeah, what the hell? I have never almost died here before. Well, okay. At least not here. Damn, that was unexpected.
Anybody, especially each other.
The solution is so simple. We kill everyone.
How delightful.
Okay. I think usually I actually stand outside and let them fight each other, but I kind of forgot about that. Burning Man is definitely like my favorite form in this entire game. He is so powerful. Like I fucking love Burning Man so much. Also, is he supposed to be like a Wicker Man? No, I don't think he is. I have a Wicker Man like image in my mind because the Elden Ring trailer recently came out. There's a Wicker Man in that, so it's just been on my mind recently. For a second, I thought he was Wicker Man-ish. I don't think he is. I think the fire should just kill her. Yeah. No loot that I can see. I'm pretty sure there's another servant hiding somewhere. Yeah. I always forget that this spell can throw me back as well. But we just like bitch slapped him to death. It wasn't even that. Like it was just like a petty like. I don't even think that counts as a slap either. It's like just sort of flicked him out of the way. That is, I think, probably the best way to kill someone. Okay. Okay, I kind of remember this place. 1 minute. Yeah, rage demons.
Well, all right.
And I'm pretty sure my fire guy can't do anything with them. So now that I think, he would give me resistance to fire. So actually, yeah. Now we're immune to their attacks. Gotta think smarter. This game. I'm pretty sure there's 2 more. Yeah. Also, can you just say I really love these little fire animations. The furnaces? Fireplaces? There's a name. Ovens? Because we're in the servants' quarters, so are those like ovens? Okay. Okay, so you're basically dead. Let's drink. You know, fair. Okay. Like, this isn't the first time I've died here. I think last time I was here, I had a different form, but, cool. That's awesome. When was my last save? Well, fuck. Alright. I'll skip this. Probably. Okay, so, let's try this again. Okay. So. Wait, oh, that's how you do it. It's the arrow keys. Okay, so let's go for... Okay, so we're going to drop that form real quick. Chug a health poultice. Assume this form, and the fun thing is, I'm pretty sure... Oh, that did not heal us. Never mind. Did I not do this tower next? I'm starting to feel like I didn't do this tower next. Okay. Well, okay, that was much easier. Oh, there's another mage. Okay. I was wondering where he was. Or is it a she? Oh, there's two of them. Anything of use? No. Okay. So, I guess the strategy is just sort of let them kill each other. I'm pretty sure last time we did this, last time I recorded, I came here later. Because that's harder than that was harder than...
It's what we do. We're mages. Let us pray. The one who causes the most pain wins.
Well, okay. I forgot how insane these people were. Let's, I didn't. I just realized it didn't save, so actually, we gotta make sure we actually live. Because I don't want to do this again. Damn, what is this spell? I've never seen that spell before. I always kill him before he can use... That was a cool spell. Like, really ineffective, seeing the form I've taken. But that was a really cool spell. Is that like... Firestorm? I don't know, I've never gotten a high-level mage. I've never played as a high-level mage. And the only mages that I have are Win and Morrigan, always. And they're, when I just make my healer in Morrigan. Her build's kind of all over the place, doesn't really have any theme, it's just witchcraft, basically. But damn, that was an impressive display. Okay, but we do have Codex entries, so... Hierarchy of the Circle is no simple matter safeguarding ordinary men from mages and mages from themselves. Each circle tower must have some measure of self-government, for it is ever the Maker's will that men be given the power to take responsibility for our own actions, to sin and fail, as well as to achieve the highest grace and glory on our own strength. You will be tasked with the protection of the circle, You, who will be tasked with the protection of the circle, must be aware of its workings. That makes more sense. The first enchanter is the heart of any tower. He will determine the course his circle will take. He will choose which apprentices may be tested and made full mages, and you will work most closely with him. Assisting the first enchanter will be the senior enchanters, a small council of the most trusted and experienced magi in the tower. From this group, the next first enchanter is always chosen. Beneath the council are the enchanters. These are the teachers and mentors of the tower, and you must get to know them in order to keep your finger on the pulse of the circle, for the enchanters will always know what is happening among the children. All those who have passed their harrowing but have not taken apprentices are mages. This is where most trouble in the circle lies, in the idleness and inexperience of youth. The untested apprentices are the most numerous denizens of any tower, but they more often pose threats to themselves due to their lack of training than to anyone else. Knight Commander Serene of the Chantry Templars in a letter to his successor. Ooh. I wonder if Knight Chanter Serene was the previous Knight Commander. Did I say Knight Enchanter? I think I did. I wonder if Serene was the previous lead Templar before... What's his face? We have him in characters, probably. Knight Commander Gregor. I wonder if he was the previous Knight Commander. Okay, interesting. History of the Circle. It is a truth universally acknowledged that nothing is more successful at inspiring a person to mischief as being told not to do something. Unfortunately, the Chantry of the Divine Age had some trouble with obvious truths. Although it did not outlaw magic, quite the contrary, as the Chantry relied upon magic to kindle the eternal flame which burns in every brazier and every chantry, it relegated mages to lighting candles and lamps, perhaps occasional dusting of rafters and eaves. I will give my readers a moment to contemplate how well such a rule satisfied the mages of the time. It surprised absolutely no one when the mages of Arroyo, in protest, snuffed the sacred flames of the cathedral and barricaded themselves inside the choir loft. No one, that is, but divine Ambrosia II, who was outraged and attempted to order an exalted march upon her own cathedral. Even her most devout Templars discouraged that idea. For 21 days, the fires remained unlit while negotiations were conducted, legend tells us, by shouting back and forth from the loft. The mages went cheerily into exile in a remote fortress outside of the capital, where they would be kept under the watchful eye of the Templars and a council of their own elder magi. Outside of normal society and outside of the Chantry, the mages would form their own closed society, the circle separated for the first time in human history. From A Fire Circle of Templars, A History of Magic in the Chantry, by Sister Petrine, Chantry Scholar. The Cardinal Rules of Magic. You must not be under the misimpression that magic is all-powerful. There are limits, and not even the greatest mages may overcome them. No one, for instance, has found any means of traveling, either over great distances or small ones, beyond putting one foot in front of the other. The immutable nature of the physical world prevents this, so no, you may not simply pop over to Minrathous to borrow a cup of sugar, nor may you magic the essay you forgot in the apprentice dormitory to your desk. You will simply have to be prepared. Similarly, even when you send your mind into the Phage, your body remains behind. Only once has this barrier been overcome, and repeatedly the spell required 2/3 of the lyrium and diviniter imperium, as well as the lifeblood of several hundred slaves. The results were utterly disastrous. That's referring to the Blight, in case anyone was wondering. Finally, life is finite. A truly great healer may bring someone back from the very precipice of death, when breath and heartbeat have ceased, but the spirit still clings to life. But once the spirit has fled the body, it cannot be recalled. There is no failing of your skills or powers, it is simple reality. From the lectures of First Enchanter Wenceslas. So, I do find this interesting, because it gives a lot of rules. However, I've kind of found a lot of those rules, ignored in some of the media that I've been reading. So, there's this whole encounter in Streets of Minrathous, where this one mage, Venatori mage, Fenlos, he gets caught by the main character. She's going to try and get information from him, and then uses the spell, and he basically there's this bright light, and then he's not there anymore. And when I read that, I was like, did he just teleport? Because you can't teleport with magic in Dragon Age. Now, maybe I've read it wrong, and he was supposed to have just blinded her, and then he just ran. But I don't know, I didn't get the impression that he just blinded her. The way it was written kind of felt like he teleported, which mages can't do, so yeah. I don't know, that felt like that was breaking the rule. But then if you've watched, what's that show, the Netflix one? Dragon Age Ascend? Absolution? I still feel that that's wrong. Whatever the new Netflix show is, they have the whole circulum, the whole MacGuffin of the thing can basically bring people back to life. Which also, I didn't have a problem that it could bring people back to life. But, I thought, because the whole thing about, death and the afterlife in Dragon Age, so it's not really there. It's kind of just, we don't really know how much exists, or if people really have spirits, or if it's just the memory of them. So the whole circulum, I was like, okay, it might bring a semblance of them back to life, but then the way that it was given, that was shown in Dragon Age Absolution, which, spoilers for, at the very last episode, when they bring back Neb's soul or whatever, it was Neb that came from the circulum, and I just kind of found that weird, because I would have been fine if it was, a memory of him, or, something like that, but they made it very much like it was him. I don't know. I felt like I was breaking that third rule. Which... Or is it fourth rule? Fourth rule. I don't know, no, it's third. Yeah. I don't know, just some food for thoughts. Don't know if any of that made sense, but new Dragon Age material kind of seems like it's going against these cardinal rules of magic. And it's not really it's not developing them in a way that's oh my god, we're breaking the rule. It's just sort of oh yeah, he teleported. Oh yeah, that thing can bring people back to life, instead of being it's a cardinal rule that we're breaking. I don't know. Just my opinion on that. Anyways, the Tranquil. The Tranquil are the least understood but most visible members of the Circle. Every city of respectable size boasts a Circle of Magi shop, and every one of those shops is run by a Tranquil proprietor. The name is a misnomer, for they are not tranquil at all. Rather, they are like inanimate objects that speak. If a table wished to sell you an enchanted penknife, it could pass as one of these people. Their eyes are expressionless, their voice is monotone. Incomparable craftsmen they might be, but they are hardly the sort of mage to put ordinary folk at ease. From In Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of a Chantry Scholar by Brother Genetivi. I was still thinking about the whole cardinal rules while I was reading that line, If I sounded weird, that's because my mind was not computing any of the words. Anyways, enough of my blabbing. We have quests to do. Oh, yeah, I can't kill him. I'm pretty sure that's like... I thought he would run. I was really hoping he'd run. Oh. Oh, he can heal himself. Okay, well. I missed a hole. Okay. So, if you remember, one of our perks allows us to kill golems. We deal more damage to golems. So that's part of the reason why I should cryptid. Also...
Thank you. It is time for this dream to come to an end. I give you my strength. It will be of little use against the demon that rules here, but perhaps it will help in other realms. Find a way to kill all the demon lords to open the way to Sloth. Free us all from this nightmare!
Will do. Now we can turn to a golem. Okay, so I didn't... Previously I was saying like, oh, I think I went somewhere else before I did this whole place, but I did not. Because I was thinking maybe I brought the golem form with me. No, you have to do this to get the golem. Golem form is great, but like Burning Man, he's my favorite.
Why? They're all so equal.
So... let's just get rid of you. Oh, sweet. Okay, so it mentioned that these are dreamers. So are we killing dreamers right now? Like, are we just killing people that have gone mad in this world? Because if we are, I kind of feel like a bad guy. Like, I don't know, I don't feel like it's ever really now, this just might be dumb, but I don't feel like it's ever really expanded upon whether or not we're killing actual people or illusions of people. There is a golem back there. Oh, there are two golems. Is really resilient. Like, I legit thought that would have killed the priest. Okay, School of Primal. They only have entropy and creation, I want to say. If I'm remembering my schools correctly. And that's supposed to be the Circle Tower. Which does have a name. I just cannot remember it. I thought I had to be spirit form to interact with those. Okay. Look at how little damage that just did. Masinya is a tank. Until she's not, but like... tank. I'm disappointed with Masinya. That took you way too long. Is there really just one book in here?
And so I shall.
Like, for me, that's fine, because I like codexes, but if you're not someone into the lore, that would kind of be disappointing. Though, I guess you get the XP, so... Okay, that hurt though. I think some golems have been broken. Oh, we just barely got it. I always love when both golems try to slam each other and it becomes a game of who can hit first. Oh, that... I didn't mean to do that. I hope you guys can see it clearly, but they, instead of having their heads, because their heads have all been removed, they have skulls hovering above them. That is really cool.